Hello everybody! The Ginger Snaps here. My name is Steven, and this is a very special video for me to do. It is the 1-year anniversary of the release of Halloween 2018. I don't know when this video is going to upload. It's probably going to upload on the 20th of October, but still a little bit more fitting because I actually saw the film on October 20th of 2018. For starters, it's the best sequel in my mind. Because, I mean, all the other sequels, they were really good. I mean, I can, count on my hand how many good sequels there are. I mean, there's Halloween 4, Halloween 2, Halloween H2O, and this one. But when it comes to what was a more definitive sequel to the original, it's this one. Why? Well, you gotta remember what the original one was. It was essentially a movie about a psycho, a maniac from a mental institution who breaks out and stalks babysitters at night. On Halloween night, of all times. And no rhyme or reason, just decided he was gonna stalk some babysitters and kill them. And then, of course, we move on to the sequel, which, granted, I mean, it takes place the same night. It does. But they introduced, in my opinion, that one element that eventually all the other sequels, excluding Halloween 3, started to follow up on. And that was the familiar tides with Michael being Laurie's brother. Honestly, in my opinion, it was good after a while, but then when you start seeing the same shit over and over and over again, where Michael has not just become a brother, but now he's become an uncle, then in one of the producer's cut, I think it was, of Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, the 6th film in the franchise, he becomes a father to his own great I don't know, just his niece's child. He's the father of Uncle Dad. And then we had Rob Zombie's remake and its sequel, and we all know I don't fucking like that movie very much. So where do you go? Where do you go from here? Well, Dan McBride, David Gordon Green, and Jamie Lee Curtis and John Carpenter had an amazing idea, which led to Halloween 2018. What was that amazing idea? What if, after that shot, the famous shot at the end of Halloween in 1978, Michael got up? What if he was captured? What if all the events, all the other sequels never happened? And you base the movie 40 years later. It speaks a lot of truths and a lot of realistic tones because, I mean, not once have we ever seen a movie that, especially in the horror genre, slasher genre in itself, where we are all accustomed to the final girl. We never see how she copes with the events of what happened. We've never seen it before. I mean, we got a taste of it at Halloween H2O, where Laurie is just a crazy person and very overprotective of her son. In that film, when Halloween comes. And now we get a little taste of it this time around, but it's different. It's the fact that she is suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. And she's had 2 failed marriages. She's lost custody of her child. All because of what happened on Halloween night in 1978. And the fact that Michael was still alive. The minute I saw the trailer and heard about it, saw little pictures of it from online of like set photos, and then the first teaser trailer, I was fucking hooked on this film. I wanted to see this fucking movie so bad. And, I mean, lo and behold, I don't know how many times I can say it. It was the only movie I saw in theaters in 2018. Because it was the one I really gravitated to as my most anticipated film of 2018. It really was. Because I'm such a fan of the Halloween franchise. And it bothered me how every single sequel started getting worse and worse and worse. And then, oh, here's a good one. And then they fuck it up. Oh, well, let's get back to the drawing board and let's redo it again. And they, okay, that's not bad. And then they fuck it up again. But this one instantaneously gets bonus points because it made it box office like money. It was a big deal. Like a lot of people I've seen online on YouTube, some critics hated it. Like some of the people that I watch on YouTube, they didn't like the movie. It wasn't for them. I know one in particular where I've watched it and it was literally within the first 3 minutes of his video. It's like, oh, what is it? Like the 7th or 8th? I just turned off the video after that. I was like, oh, well, I can't watch your video. I can't take you fucking seriously because you don't even fucking know how many fucking films are in the franchise. And then there's another guy on YouTube too who really loves those Rob Zombie films. And honestly, dude, like, really? I mean, I saw your video. I get it. Like, when I hear the people who love the Rob Zombie films, they try to defend them as much as they could, but they keep forgetting about the one thing that makes it really bad after Halloween 2. That thing that makes it really bad is the fact that, yeah, Halloween 3 came out in, what, 1982? And then we didn't get another Halloween movie until 1988. Then Halloween 6 came out, and we didn't get another Halloween film for 3 more years. Then after Halloween Resurrection, we had to wait until 2007 to get another fucking film. Then after 2009's Halloween 2, we didn't get a Halloween movie till 2018, 9 fucking years later. Because what do you do after Rob Zombie's Halloween 2? What do you do? Well, you fucking reboot the franchise and say, fuck that idea. So what are my general thoughts? What are my pros and cons when it comes to this kind of franchise? And this film in particular? Well, let's go through the pros first. First of all, back to basic. We need to make this slasher franchise back to its roots. We need to get it the way it needs to be for the fan service. We need to make sure that we don't spit on the lore of Michael Myers. We gotta keep him mysterious. We gotta keep him scary. They added new elements, and especially with the Laurie Strode character, they changed her in such a way, and it really fucking worked. The fact that she's a grandmother and a mother. I mean, the fact that now the threat has 3 women to worry about, and it's not just Laurie. It's not just Laurie at all. It's the mother and also the granddaughter that Michael is pretty much having his eyes on. What's another pro about the movie? The fucking soundtrack. The soundtrack for this fucking film is unbelievable. I mean, just on the 18th, John Carpenter and Co. released a newer album of the film. And it's additional music that's been added. And I love it. Like, I just heard it on YouTube not too long ago. But, I mean, the soundtrack for that film, let me fucking tell you. They take some of the old themes and they change it up a little bit, but it works. And I mean, there is one track on that fucking album that it's a new piece of music, and it's the scene in where Michael kills Oscar and Allison sees Michael, the boogeyman. that her great-grandmother, or grandmother, sorry about that, her grandmother is obsessed with. This thing that she never saw before. This thing that's like, he's locked up, like, why, like, get over it. And to see him in person, she realized that, yeah, my mom wasn't kidding. My grandmother wasn't kidding, actually. The character arcs of certain characters. I mean, let's be honest, I guarantee everyone really wanted Allison's boyfriend to die, but the fact that he lived, it tells you that he's going to be around for the next film that's coming out next year. The story, because of the fact that they decided to change it, makes sense. The fact that there's podcasters trying to dig up a crime that happened 40 years ago, and this one they want to touch up on, and I mean, like, and then of course there's also one of Alice's friends is like, well, I mean, on this grand scheme of things, he just killed like 3 to 5 people. I mean, like, compared to today's standards, it's not really anything to worry about. I mean, in real life, yeah, I mean, like, if you remember a serial killer who killed only 5 fucking people, not really a big name. It's not like 9/11, right? It's not this big thing. But I mean, Michael really fucking improved in this movie. The kills, I mean, granted, it's the newest one in the franchise. We live in 2019 now, and at the time, 2018, gore had been elevated to an extent where it's like, if you don't show enough blood, you're gonna get fucking ridiculed for it. The kills in this movie are fucking top notch. I've never seen one fucking horror movie that's had so many off-screen kills, but the fucking payoff is amazing. I mean, we all know which one I'm talking about. The fact that the 2 cops get killed, one gets that fucking pen knife to the head, but the other one gets turned into a fucking jack-o'-lantern. Holy fuck, it's like, wow. That's a payoff. Honestly, like, the kills are just fucking amazing. Michael going at it in his most famous ways, especially, like, you know, stabbing someone to a wall, or, you know, strangling someone. It doesn't even fucking matter. It's his presence, his aura, just the way that, like, the best way to describe it is Oscar, when he has that nice little chat with Michael, venting or whatever, and then Michael just attacks him. You hear that general fear. That's what Michael's all about. You're scared of him. And that's what this movie also did with Michael Myers. They made him fucking scary. The humor in this movie. 2 fucking scenes in particular. One, that fucking little black kid. MVP fucking of humor. I swear to fucking God, when I went to go see it in the theaters, everyone fucking laughed. I fucking even laughed. And the 2 cops. I mean, like, the humor is fucking good. It's not forced. It's not something that happens too often, you know? It works for this film. And then, of course, you know, there's the finale, you know, the big payoff. The fact that, you know, it's really gets it out there that, oh, there's gonna be a fucking sequel. That's a good thing, because it's like, I don't know what I would have been able to do. Because, I mean, like, this is my 3rd Halloween film I've seen in theaters. The first one I saw was Halloween by Rob Zombie, and Halloween 2 by Rob Zombie. This is the 3rd one. So imagine how my disappointment if I found out that Michael got fucking killed in this movie. It's like, oh, fuck. I waited 9 years and they kill him off? Come on. Fuck. And then, of course, as, you know, what I can possibly say is one of the nicest little elements is the fact that they do a little switcheroo. Where in the movie, like, what I mean by the switcheroo, I mean, when Laurie looks out the window at school and she sees Michael. In this movie, it's Allison looks out the window and she sees Laurie. Grandmother, as she calls her in the fucking movie. Or in the fight between Michael and Laurie, where Michael throws her off a balcony at her secluded fucking home. And then he like turns around, looks in a different direction, turns around to look back, and Laurie's gone. And then, of course, then there's the other thing, too, where Laurie's face materializes out of the dark, just like how Michael's did. And I love the fact that she even goes for a stab on him, and it slashes his arm. That's fucking amazing. Now I'm going to go for my cons. There's not that many fucking cons in this movie, I will say this. But, of course, there are, you know, some flaws with some movies. Not every fucking movie's perfect. Endgame. Anywho, one of the cons is the podcasters. We understand one dies, but the main one, Aaron, I think it was his name, Aaron. Yeah, I mean, he gets his head bashed in pretty fucking good, but at the same time, he looked like he lived, but at the same time, if you made him live, what are you going to improve upon on his character now? Because he's just essentially a podcaster. What are you doing? Like, I don't know what's going to happen there. The fact that Hawkins dies, that sucks. Because I wanted him in this next movie, too. Like, I really wanted him, and that really just sucked. And let's just get it over with Dr. Sartain killing Hawkins, and is the sole reason why Michael escapes and puts on Michael's mask. And is just obsessed with Michael killing, and he wants to have him and Laurie reunite to see what happens. Look, it was a twist. They wanted to do it. A lot of people don't like that about the movie. They just fucking don't. But let me get one thing straight with everybody who just didn't fucking like that. And apparently that's what ruins the movie for you guys. I've seen worse. Okay? I've seen worse. Worse in the whole entire franchise. I can give you some fucking names. One, in some people's eyes, Halloween 3. Everything about Halloween 3. To me, not so much. Michael becoming Uncle Dad in Curse of Michael Myers. Busta Rhymes karate kicking Michael out of a window. Fuck, what else? Halloween 5 with that stupid fucking ending and that stupid fucking character Tina. And everything about Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, especially that fucking white horse. Dr. Sartain's thing? Yeah, I can live with that. I can live with that. That didn't fucking bother me as much as it bothered anybody else. And that's pretty much it. I really love this film. To me, I'm glad it's getting a sequel. I'm constantly getting the updates on it, and it gets me so excited because, I mean, we're in October of 2019 right now. And I can't fucking wait for October of 2020 and 2021. Oh, it's just so refreshing to get another Halloween film. And to me, truly, Michael never dies. He's never going to get fucking old. He's probably the most beloved horror icon when it comes to Freddy and Jason and all those other guys. Michael is the most beloved, even though his franchise is just, you know, all over the fucking place. He's the most basic, the most simple, and honestly, what can go wrong with a guy who was originally called The Shape? And for a film that was originally called The Babysitter Murders. Fuck, I love this fucking film. And also, as we all know, that mask. Better than Rob Zombie's, that's for fucking sure. Anyway, guys, If you haven't seen the fucking movie yet, it's been a year now. Honestly, watch it. I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are. Did you not like it? What were things that bothered you? Did you love it? What were things you loved about the fucking movie? Are you gonna go see Halloween Kills? Are you gonna fucking avoid it? What's your favorite Michael Myers kill in the whole movie? Like, anything. Give me something. I would love to see those comments. Other than that, this has been the Ginger Snaps here. My name's Steven, and I will check you guys out later. Happy 1-year anniversary to Halloween 2018. See you guys later.